Hey everybody, welcome back. So I finally was able to set up my Escape from New York Snake Plissken statue. It's from PCS. I got it in, oh gosh, like a month ago or something. Maybe even longer than that now that I think about it. So I was finally able to set it up, and I decided to go ahead and just record my, the way I have it set up at the moment. It will change over time because I think it actually may go more so in the center here eventually once the projector is actually mounted. So I have it set up with a couple things. It's just temporary for the moment, but it's kind of more or less the way I want it to look. So here is the Snake Plissken statue, and this is sort of the setup I have at the moment. I'm sure it'll change over time, but wanted to have something at least for now. As you can obviously tell, this is where the two Dark Knight statues used to be. That's why that that poster is still there, as opposed to the Escape from New York one, which I think I'm going to move over, or eventually, actually what I want to do is mount the projector up there, and then probably move Snake right there into the center. There's a lot in flux right now, but as far as the statue goes, so as you can see here, it has a lot of mixed media, which is really, really nice. You can tell from the clothing and even the zippers, which you can see there, which do look nice. You know, I think they actually do open, if I remember correctly, if you really wanted to. And then again, the shirt, and then the pants, and even the boots. I really like the way the boots look. A lot of detail on the boots. Even got the little, let's see if you can see that right there, the spikes on the end of it. Everything. If I can sort of swing around here, hopefully you can see that okay. Just some of the detail right there in the side of the boots as well, and obviously in the belt, which obviously has the like the gun holster, and it does come with the extra pistol there, and there's a walkie-talkie, and then here's the holster for the rifle, and then some of the extra pouches in the back, although there is nothing in them. And then coming up here to the rifle, which looks great. I mean, it's not metal or anything, but it does sort of have the look of it, and just a lot of nice detail in it. I do like the shine that comes off the barrel, and of course, it even has the strap there. And then obviously then the pistol, which is really good. I wish it looked a little bit more like metal. It looks a little too, well, not like metal, basically. But I do like the detail in it. I do like that it has some weathering. I hope you can see that okay, but it actually does have the look of bullets in the chambers, and that's nice. And then, of course, there's the face, which I think has a good sculpt. I think from the side, like you can kind of tell. I mean, obviously, you know it's the character. I think dead on, though, you can tell that it is indeed Kurt Russell. And going down to the base, what I like about the base, which I don't know if you can tell, but it basically mirrors the shape of the wall that is around New York, which I think is a really, really nice attention to detail, and a nice sort of extra bonus if you notice it. And there's just a lot of nice details sort of like in the bricks there, and in the dirt and the grime, the manhole cover as well. So these little bullets that you see here, these are extras that come with it. You can sort of sprinkle them about wherever you want. I just sort of did them, even though I think technically I don't think they actually match either of the guns that he has, but that's okay. It's still a cool extra. The fact that they're a little bit bigger, I think, just makes them easier to see. And it did come with these two cigarette butts, which I think is actually really funny. It did come with this, and I'm not sure what this is. I don't know. I think maybe it's supposed to be the tracker, but this isn't how the tracker looks in the movie. I really have no clue what this is, but so I just put it there. I do kind of wish there was something a little extra in the base, maybe in the back, like maybe part of a fence or something, like a broken fence in the back or something, just to give it a little something extra. I think would have been cool. And I do wish this came with something a little else. So it does come with an extra hand, which you can see right here. So it obviously comes with a hand with a walkie-talkie, so you can have the hand with the walkie-talkie or the gun. Obviously, I chose the one with the gun because you do have the walkie-talkie there on the belt. Would have made a lot more sense if it actually had the tracker in the other hand. I'm not sure why they didn't do that. I do wish the hair was darker. I know you could probably make the argument that that is actually very accurate to Kurt Russell's hair color. But in the movie, you know, he's usually kind of sweaty and wet and everything, so it looks a lot darker. So I would have liked it if it was just a little bit darker. I do wish it came with just a little bit more something. It needs a little bit more something just because, again, this was $1,000, which is a lot. And I just kind of felt like it just needed something a little bit more to go with it to kind of justify the cost. But at the same time, again, it's Escape from New York. It's Snake Plissken. It's one of my top favorite films of all time. So obviously, I'm very excited to have it. And here's just so you can see real quick. So here's the certificate of authenticity that came with it. You can see I have number 64 out of 250. And then just what I put around it are some of my copies of the film. Obviously, there's my old VHS from when I was a kid. Luckily, I still have it. There's a VHS of the director's edition that came out, I think it was in the 90s or something. I picked this up not too long ago. There's the original video disc that I got a couple years ago. Really found it. Really happy when I found it. This is actually my Laserdisc that I had, which is cool. And this is the PSP. I think I had that in a video a while ago that I do actually have a copy of that on PSP. Here's the more recent 4K release. This is the Steelbook. I do have the other sort of box version, but it's on my John Carpenter shelf. And then here's one of the many versions of the soundtrack that I have. This is a more recent release, and it's autographed by Alan Howarth. And then this is the cassette tape that I had since I was a kid. So just a couple things around it at the moment. I think I'm going to eventually actually have some of my more other Escape from New York stuff to kind of go around with it as well. So there's my little Snake Plissken setup. It will change slightly over time as I'm sort of figuring out. It may also go somewhere else because this room, again, I'm still sort of changing stuff in this room. But it was nice to finally have it set up and have some of my sort of, you know, Escape from New York stuff around it. And while it's not perfect, I mean, how often do we actually get stuff from Escape from New York? So obviously it means a lot to me. So I'm very, very happy to have it. So keep an eye out for the other statue that I got in recently. That's going to take a little bit longer to set up. And once that does, I will do a video on it. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.